welcome to part 2. Look, it's all negativity, innit? And quite rightly so. Because what they're doing to boxing fans is nothing short of scandalous. And I've had enough of it, so I'm making a stance. Other people are. But like I just said in part 1 about Kugan Cassius, the founder of IFL. No, you weren't the founder of IFL. Jane Couch was. Jane Couch. Remember that name? Jane Couch started IFL and it got took off her by you and James, didn't it, Kugan? Why don't you tell the truth about that? The IFL was Jane Couch, as it were called, I Film London. So don't be coming out with any of that you started it. You nicked I Film off her and then changed name because you got stick. Pop pop bang. I want to hear you come out and say something proper, because when I see you I'm going to put it on you about why you don't. You can't be in bed with these people all the time and doing what you're doing. You've got this 820,000 subscribers, Kugan. So why don't you get 820,000 views every video? Why? So when you're getting 2,000 and 3,000, where's the other 817,000 people gone? Where are they? We look at Carl Frotcher's video last night. He's got 40,000 subscribers, he's got 40,000 views in about 7 hours flat. Everybody tuned in and shared it. Come on, this way, boy. Speak the truth. That's all you've got to do, Kugan. Let's hear your opinion. Let's hear your opinion. You've got all this access, but let's hear your opinion. I saw Frank Warren have an interview the other day with somebody on Boxing Social. We're at Nicholas Parsons, whatever he's called. Hey, Sailor of the Century job. But at him, Frank said, well, what do you think? And he went, because these people are not allowed to have an opinion. They daren't told, well, if he turned around and said something and he disagreed with Frank, what would happen? What would happen? Hey? At least Boxing King Media give an opinion, don't they? But what would happen? What would happen? Frank could cut his legs off, wouldn't he? So they sit on fence sitters I call them, splinters in their arse like Johnny Fisher, aka Elmer Fudd. They don't say out there the due process for Conor Benn, let's see what happens with Dylan White. Listen, these people shit the pants on a daily basis. But Kugan, come out and do a video and give us your opinion on all this. Let's see what you've got to say. Because you can't do what I do. I can't do what you do because I'm banned from all matchroom press conferences and shows. I'm banned. At least Clifton Mitchell had the knackers to tell me. So look, I can't let you in, Russ. I said, no problem. And the other kid who come and had a chat with me were alright, Scott Brunt's mate, is it Craig Thorpe? We can't let you in, Porky. I went, no problem, that ain't a problem. But like I said, these lot can't do what I do. They can't do it because they're not their own men, are they? Watch that branch, Rocky. Nearly fucking tripped me up then. They can't do what I do. But I want to see these people come out with an opinion. Terry Chappendama goes to every presser, just bounces straight in. Yeah, he's ex-boxer. And he's strong as a bull and he can fight like... Nobody says out to him, he puts it on him. Nobody says a word to him. Nobody can do what Terry does, how he words it. Nobody. These people are not going to do that, are they? They're frightened to death of the little bubble being burst. You're having that little bit of fame at these shows, strutting about. Look at that Gareth A. Davies running around. Get away from that horse shit! Look at that, man. Fucking elephant shit. Get away from that. Why don't you just eat it then? Go on, scoot. Jeez. Forgot my train of thought there. Look. Gareth A. Davies doing karate kicks in sunglasses with prison chain round his waist. Do you know what? I ought to wrap that round his neck, didn't I? Prison screws, chain hanging off his trousers. Painted toenails. Black painted toenails. Sunglasses on, blue sunglasses on, in an arena, jumping up doing karate kicks in air. What is all that about? Is that what boxing's become now? A poo feast? Hey, a poo feast of these lickers? Is that where we're at? Everybody agreeing with everybody else because they're frightened to death to be out the bubble. We've got a man here who's earning hundreds of thousands from Fleet Street, from newspapers, and he's wanting to hang around these people for a bit of credibility. That's all it is. You're not from the streets. You've never lived in a council house. You've never had free school dinners. You've never had holes in your trainers. Going to school thinking, oh, I'm going to a new school here, what's going to happen here? You've not had to go through all them hardships. You or Spotty Frank or Eddie Hills. Or Spotty and Hills. Hey? They're a double act now, aren't they? I remember when Spotty used to tiptoe around Odd Interview. Now we can't shut him up, you know why? Backs against the wall. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, White is finished, Ben is finished, Joshua's finished, Bellew's gone. Not that he were any good anyway, masquerading as an elite fighter in pay-per-view fights, 2 against Davey Day. You know the funny thing about it is, and I know this because I've heard back, there were never any beef between him and Davey Day. There were never any beef. You know, when I found out that, I was like, I couldn't believe it. They're 8 actors, aren't they? There were never any beef. They just got it over the line. 2 pay-per-views, con the public. There were never no beef. That's where we're at, masquerading as elite fighters. We saw what Usyk did to him. He's not an elite fighter. But there's another one, Johnny Nelson, saying he were better technically than Usyk. Usyk's like Mozart. He could hang in any era, at any weight. But it's all designed to get your money, you boxing fans. And it's got to a stage now where it's infested now with this influencer boxing and YouTube stuff, and everybody's confused. Even women in local shop are saying to me, told you Porky, Conor Benn's cleared to fight. You got it wrong on your channel, but we like you still, but you got it wrong, he's cleared. I'm like, yeah, I know. I can't even be bothered to answer them. That's because when you're doing over 200 interviews over 11 days, because that's what it is, you name it, they've done an interview about it, haven't they? Spotty and Hills. Got it now, Spotty and Hills. When you're doing over 200 interviews over 11 days, and they're still doing them daily now. They're drowning out everybody, look. That's what you do in PR. This is how public relations works. I do know a little bit about some of that stuff, you know. I do know a little bit about this stuff because Rico's in that job, isn't he? And they're drowning out everybody. They're drowning us all out. Overkill, overkill, overkill. They get up in the morning, right, let's just batter it, come on. That's not work. Talking about boxing, look at this here. This isn't work. Work will be in about another 2 hours. That's when I'll be working. And I'll do this in between. Down there for dancing. Drowning everybody out. And do you know what? Nobody's buying it now though, are they? When you've got Teddy Atlas telling it straight. Hatman. Asylum. Ultratech. But these are all hardcores, aren't we? But the casuals are turning off. I've never seen Eddie Hills and Spotty Frank do as many interviews in my life. We can't shut them up. All the small YouTube channels, if you want to call it by subscriber base, what is the last month? 28 days, in the last 28 days, 42,000 different accounts watch my channel. 42,000, only 12,000 subscribe. What can you do? But there's channels that are nowhere near doing the numbers that I do, the subscriber bases or whatever, and they're all getting interviews, all of them. We've heard the story about one of them who didn't have his train fare home, or he had his train fare but he weren't eating anything, and Eddie bought him a pizza. That's him sweetened up now, isn't it? He's not going to go against the grain, is he? Sprinkle a bit of magic. It's like Dennis. They sprinkle a bit of magic and you get your head turned. That's what these people do. To be a boxing promoter, you've got to be cunning like a fox. And I mean cunning like a fox. Isn't that right, Roxy? What do you think? Come on. Right. Get that right. Here we go. You've got to be cunning like a fox, otherwise you won't be able to work. But the gaslighting's out of control now, isn't it? It's out of control. And I'm not having it, so I'm making a stance. I like to say my piece. So who's going to stop me? Who's going to stop me? I'm unstoppable. Unstoppable at the moment. And I've got bit between my teeth. And what video is this now? 90th video in 17 days. I'm a one-man army. One-man army. Let me tell you. And it's left to me to get stuck into this lot, innit? So Kugan, let's see what you're about. Let's hear your opinion. You've got plenty to say when you're asking people. Let's hear what you've got to say, Kugan Cassius. Maybe I should put some heat on you. Let's hear what you've got to say. Come on. Come on, you've got a YouTube channel, 800 and odd thousand people. Or can't you give an opinion? Or daren't you? What is it? All them hundreds of thousands of subscribers, if they even exist, that is, and they're not bot accounts. Yes, you know. Let's hear your opinion. Let's see what you've got to say. Because people would turn off, wouldn't they? Because you daren't give an opinion. Let's give your opinion. Come on, let's hear your opinion. Give it. You can't do it. It's like the rest of them, they're frightened to death. Rob Tebbit, another one. Very good at asking questions. I get a bit of stick off Terry for this. I think he's very good. Very educated. Daren't give an opinion. He daren't give it. He daren't come out and say, because they'll lose the press credentials, won't they? And they're not the only two. Loads of them. That's why Eddie likes them young, so he can groom them into his sort of mould. Well, that's what happens, isn't it? Let's get them onto my way of thinking. That's how I look at it. Come here. Right. Oh, it's going to rain now. We're going to get wet. So, okie dokie. We're on here. 12 minutes. So peace out. Keep on trucking. Keep sporting boxing. Don't have nightmares. Don't forget to share the video, like and subscribe, and leave a comment. Alright, big shout out to Spartan Demolition. Pop, pop, bang!